Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to Double J in the morning.
Current time is 5:50 p.m. and we are coming to you live from someone else's house.
So far, so good. And now, Josh, we have a very important topic to discuss today.
It's me, isn't it? Oh, I knew that they would come.
No, not that. But I do have a question for you.
False?
Wrong. But really, what is the first thing to come to your mind when I say water?
Well, Joey, if you break it down to a molecular level,
Not the definition, just what you think.
It's wet. Well, I mean, man, what do you think of? It's water.
Well, I think of it as a renewable alternate source of energy that can be used instead of fuel.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Well, do you care to put in your input?
Didn't I already tell you it's wet?
Since the earliest days, people have found ways to use and harness the energy in water rushing through rivers or dropping in waterfalls. Today, dams and hydroelectric power plants harness the energy in falling water to generate electricity.
So obviously, by what I've read and heard about this energy, or as you call it, hydroelectricity, it's got to be renewable because hydro meaning water. All right, so it uses water, which is replenished by the water cycle, if I'm not mistaken.
You sound right.
Okay, and then the Earth is covered in 75% of water.
Really, that much?
3/4 of the Earth is water. So we should be able to get this from anywhere, and it sounds like a great renewable source. But would I be correct in inferring this conclusion of the plethora of information from the schematics that have been applied to this subject?
To an extent, you are on target. Because if you really take the time to extrapolate the information in your mind and just toss it around a couple times, you will find that this matter has a lot to be discussed about.
Well, then I'll tell you about how it's used, all right? The water is released into the dam, which goes down and drives the turbines, which spin to create electrons, which create electricity, creating power, which is electricity, and given to the people for what they need it for.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I guess now
we're going to kill the cam.
$170,000 cubic meters of water flow past here every minute at almost 60 kilometers per hour. That's enough water to fill about 100,000 Olympic swimming pools every day. Standing here, you can actually feel the power of the water. Harnessing that power is what hydroelectric stations have been designed to do for over 100 years in Ontario. In essence, they are factories that convert the energy of falling water into the flow of electrons, or what is commonly called electricity, the electricity that powers the province. Most hydroelectric stations use either water diverted around the natural drop of a river, such as a waterfall or rapids, or a dam is built across a river to raise the water level and provide the drop needed to create a driving force. Water at the higher level is collected in the forebay. It flows through the plant intake into a pipe called a penstock, which carries it down to a turbine water wheel at the lower water level. The water pressure increases as it flows down the penstock. It is this pressure and flow that drives the turbine that is connected to the generator. Inside the generator is the rotor that is spun by the turbine. Large electromagnets are attached to the rotor located within coils of copper wire called a stator. As the generator rotor spins the magnets, a flow of electrons is created in the coils of the stator. This produces electricity that can be stepped up in voltage through the station transformers and sent across transmission lines. The falling water, having served its purpose, exits the generating station to the tail race, where it rejoins the main stream of the river to continue the cycle of creating clean, renewable energy for Ontario.
We can cut all this so you can say we don't want to finish. You always do this to me. That's the third time you decided it's okay to interrupt me
We're back.
by saying something.
Josh,
You did it again! Wait, what? We're back.
Yeah.
Back. Oh, well then. Welcome back to Double J in the morning, folks.
Now, as you were saying before we went to commercial break, unexpectedly.
I was going to ask you if you knew how much we actually use this energy source.
Well, you know, of the renewable sources that generate electricity, hydropower is actually the most often used. It accounted for over 7% of the United States' use of renewable energy, and 45% of the United States' generation of renewable energy was of the hydroelectric sort. The world produces over 816 gigawatts of hydroelectricity. And Josh, our great state of Missouri has over 50 hydroelectric power plants.
Gigawatts, huh? Is that like a Pokemon or a Yu-Gi-Oh man?
You mean Yu-Gi-Oh mods? Never mind. A gigawatt, my good sir, is equal to over 1 billion watts. And a watt is the unit we use to measure power, as we learned in the great Civil Birds class.
Ooh, I remember that. Well then, hey man, do you want to hear a fun fact?
No?
Oh, good. Well then I'll talk about something else.
Okay.
Well, the future looks great for this resource.
Please acquaint me with the necessary requirements of future technology by telling me now.
Now?
Now, right
As
this
in
moment.
right now.
Yes.
Well, Joey,
That's Joe.
most of the potential for this and the coming source of energy is in newly developing countries. It may take a lot of money to build and maintain these things, but this world is always trying to go green, yo.
Excuse me?
Why, you fart?
No, what was that last word you just said?
Fart.
You know what, forget it. Tell me fun facts, you ignoramus.
Is that really a name you should be calling people, Joey?
Joe. Probably. Now, but get on with the fun facts. And don't tell me any of your dolphin fun facts either. No one cares about that.
Alright, well, did you know that the milk from a hippopotamus is pink?
Is that relevant to the situation at hand?
Well, you do work at the zoo, so may come up in conversation.
The fact about water, Josh.
Right. Well, even before history was recorded, people have been using this source of power, Joey.
It's Joe.
Calm down, Joey. Anyway, it's been used for millennium.
Wait,
Millennium.
what was that first fact?
I don't remember. Ah, yes, as it's coming back to me now. It's been used for before history was even recorded, man.
How do you know that's the fact?
I wouldn't even question where I get my information.
Well, any other facts? Like the first one that was opened or anything?
By golly Joey Crickets. That was my next point.
Serious?
You read my mind, man. The first U.S. hydroelectric power plant opened on the Fox River near Appleton, Wisconsin on September 30th of 1882.
Appleton. I love apples.
An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Look, you're getting me sidetracked. You see what you're doing?
Sorry.
All right. Now, what I would like to know is there an upside and a downside to...
Well, that's a stupid question. There's always ups and downs to everything.
Well, I mean, but if there's always ups and always downs, aren't we always neutral? Because they cancel each other out like a positive and a negative number when you get into algebra or geometry.
Alright, just shut up for a second, let me speak. You know you're wrong again. You know what, just listen to some of the advantages to this form of power. You know, with the use of water, oil will be totally eliminated from the equation.
So no waste and no pollution. That has to be a plus side.
Exactamundo, mi compadre. Also, the water isn't taken. It just goes through, turns the turbine, and exits through the bottom.
What about the fish?
You know, fishies will die.
I mean,
The population will dwindle.
the population of the little fishies in the river just swim along.
You're right, man. But you know, I'd hate to say it, but it looks like all the time we have left.
Well, I guess the quote's true.
Well, which quote is that, Josh?
Only the good die young.
We aren't dying. Our show is coming to an end.
Oh, well, in that case, catch you on the flippy, Skippy.
Peace out, yeah.
Good morning.
Hello, and welcome to Double J in the morning.
Current time is 5:45 p.m. and we're coming to you live.
And that's...
It's taped.
You ready to do that? We cannot get through this. Say it on through. God damn it, Josh.
Hey, folks.
Hello.
All right.
And welcome to Double J in the morning.
The current time is 5:40 p.m. and we're coming to you taped from someone else's house.
Alright, so far so good. Now Josh, we have a very important topic to discuss today.
It's me, isn't it? Oh, I knew this topic would come up.
No, Josh. Not that.
Oh,
But I do have a question for you.
false.
Wrong, but really, what is the first thing to come to your mind when I say water?
Well, Joey. Where's the Joe? Where's the Joe? This is a cup of Joe. Where's your line?
Got it.
Cut. The first U.S. hydroelectric power plant. Still with me?
I'm following you.
Okay. Opened on the Fox River near Appleton, Wisconsin.
Appleton, I love apples.
What
the fuck? I wouldn't worry.
My line! Boy.